If police catch a juvenile breaking into your home, they may not be allowed to take them to a detention center. In fact, if the crime doesn't add up to the 12 points on the youth detention scale, police may have to take them home. Channel 2's Richard Elliott joins us now live with more on what he's learned about that point system and why it's drawing criticism. Richard.
John, very few people seem to like this 12-point system. Not police, not politicians, certainly not crime victims. But juvenile court officials believe it's fair and is reducing detention center overcrowding. Police say these photos, taken by a vigilant neighbor, helped them catch these two teenagers and two others moments after they broke into a southeast Atlanta home and stole laptops, clothes, even a shotgun. But the homeowner is still so afraid of them, he asked us not to show his face.
They're vindictive. Obviously, they want to get back at whoever has accused them of the crime.
And why is he so worried? Because according to prosecutors, none of the 4 juveniles was taken to youth detention. Instead, they were allowed to go home because of something called the Detention Assessment Instrument, also known as the Juvenile 12-Point System, something frustrated police officers call the catch and release program.
Okay, there's not enough points to put him in and detain him. We have to go back and give him to the mother or to the guardian. It's very frustrating for the officer because then the kid is back out before his shift is over.
Here's how the 12-point system works. A form like this one is filled out every time a juvenile is arrested. Each crime is assigned a point value. Murder is worth 15 points, carjacking 12 points, burglary 8 points. After intake officials include other factors such as previous criminal offenses, they add up the total score. If that score is under 12, the juvenile may be allowed to go home before trial. That infuriates some crime victims, like Atlanta City Council member Caesar Mitchell, who was carjacked at gunpoint by 3 teenagers. He believes adults recruit these juveniles to commit crimes because they know that if they're caught, they'll be right back out on the streets.
But what I think has happened is that the criminal community has taken advantage of this system because
While Mitchell wants tougher standards, he also believes communities should offer more diversions for teenagers like rec centers, so kids will have other things to do than commit crime.
I've heard a lot of criticism.
Fulton County Juvenile Court Chief Probation Officer Samuel Washington doesn't believe all the criticism is fair. He says the 12-point system was created by the state to reduce serious overcrowding in Georgia's youth detention centers. And he says it takes factors like race and socioeconomic background right out of the decision-making process.
Is it fair? The concept is fair because without a point system, then we just subjectively decide which children should be detained and which children should not be detained.
Georgia lawmakers are considering a rewrite of the juvenile code, but it's not known yet if that will include the 12-point system. All this victim knows is that he feels stigmatized by the crime.
It's very frustrating. It's nerve-wracking. It's costly to me.
Claire Muller is running against Caesar Mitchell for Atlanta City Council president. She also thinks the 12-point system is outdated and should be modified. State lawmakers tell me they are considering it. But state juvenile justice officials say it's just not appropriate to put every juvenile into detention. That, they say, could make a bad situation worse. And they want to get a real good look at this DAI and see how the points are actually broken down. You go to our website, WSBTV.com.
Richard, thank you. A new rule